Welcome back to Yoga Therapy Thursdays. This week, we're finishing up our shoulder mobility series by putting it all together. If you remember when we moved through the low back and hip series, I talked about releasing, mobilizing, strengthening, and stretching. We're going to do the same today with our shoulder series. For the shoulder series thus far, we've mostly talked about strengthening and stretching. As far as releasing goes, we can put ourselves into a position that relaxes the muscles without having to do anything. For mobilizing, we can move through the same stretching movements that we did through the series, but do it in a way that's easy and comfortable and moving with the breath. Since the shoulder area covers a lot of muscles, today I'm going to focus on putting it all together for our pecs. Remember through the series, the pecs do shoulder abduction and internal rotation. We do a lot of abduction and shoulder rotation during our daily lives by rounding forward, so we're going to take some time today to help open up through the front side of the body. To release the pecs, we're going to come forward into a child's pose with our arms by our feet. This allows us to shorten our pecs without engaging the muscles. If you need a little support, using a bolster or a stack of pillows is nice to help support the posture. You'll want to rest one facial cheek to whatever your surface is. Arms come alongside the body so you allow the shoulders to relax and release those pecs. And after a few breaths, turn your head to make sure you're staying even throughout your neck. Next, to mobilize, we can move through thread the needle. One hand stays on the floor, the other arm lifts up, and then thread it underneath. You generally inhale, lift, and exhale, thread. Try to keep this movement nice and smooth and with the breath, not worrying about how deep the stretch is, just focusing on the movement. There are lots of different ways to strengthen the pec muscles. One of the simplest ways is to do push-ups. You can start kneeling or in a full plank, arms wider than shoulder distance, bend the elbows outward, lowering halfway, and lifting up. Lastly, to stretch the pecs, we're going to come to the wall. Arms are going to be at cactus, so elbow comes straight up from the shoulder, and then the elbow bends 90 degrees. And place the arm against the wall, get the chest and the shoulder as close to the wall as you can, and then rotate away from the wall. Thank you for joining me this week on Yoga Therapy Thursdays. Remember when to release, mobilize, strengthen, and stretch in that order to help us get the most out of our mobility. Don't forget to check out my other co-hosts for more inspiration on shoulder mobility.